Welcome to the fourth episode of my Sport Essentials collection, aptly named the 4-Ball. This is where you start branching out a little. It can either be a transition ball, a medium to dry volume / medium to short length ball, or a more specific use ball, and for this slot I've chosen the IQ Emerald, the Wild Streak, and the Allroad. The IQ Emerald is a little of all the above. It's clean up front and rolly throughout the lane so it can play on drier conditions. On transition, higher rev rates will get a controlled and continuous look from deep. Straighter players will get the same look from straight, one that allows them to keep their angles closed and still get an effective motion when they don't need the teeth of something stronger or something with surface. It's the same idea as the IQ Tour, but I don't find it to be quite strong enough to be in the heavy use category, so it's going to be more for a specific condition or set of circumstances unless you've got a higher rev rate. Same idea as the IQ Tour, keep you out of trouble, hit the pocket, but it doesn't have the strength or quite as much lane blending as the IQ Tour. However, as so well illustrated by Wes Malott during the PBA League a few months back, it's devastatingly effective when its time comes. The IQ Tour is the ultimate get at least 9 ball, the IQ Emerald is the same option but when the lanes are a bit more scoreable. The Wild Streak is one of the wild card options. It's going to be more for short to medium length, and the flatter the pattern is, the more valuable I think it is, or the more its skill or abilities stand out. It's an IQ Tour type idea, but with a twist. The IQ Tour is so good because it does what it's going to do and tends to ignore physical misses and lane conditions more than other balls do, which is vital to success on tougher patterns, but at the same time it's going to do what it's going to do, so it also tends to resist physical and lane play adjustments more than other balls. The Wild Streak does exactly what you make it do. It responds extremely well to physical adjustments, and I find it very unique in that it's easy through the fronts and remarkably consistent at the break point, and just overall for being a higher RG ball. Usually higher RG balls are just for bowling on dirt or more broken down conditions when getting the ball down the lane is the most important thing. You don't usually think fresh, flat, and high RG together, but the Wild Streak makes this a reality. It should be amazing on something like the Nationals team pattern where you need both front to back and side to side control and effectiveness. It allows you to shape it the way you want and offers a shocking amount of front to back control, as I'm not sure I've seen a ball that you can manipulate the distance it hooks at this well. Come up the back of it and it'll go forever, get around it a little bit more and it'll pull up and go. So many of these shots I've shown are from when I've moved in and it's gone too long, followed by a small angle of rotation adjustment that gets it to pick up several feet earlier and drive through the deck. Once again, the better you are, the better it will be, but if you miss, there's quite a bit less help than with a ball like the IQ Tour. However, the possibilities are well worth the risk in my mind. Moving on to the Allroad, it's kind of a jack-of-all-trades ball. You have lots of physical control, it's easier through the fronts and down the lane due to the core, but it's still strong, blendy, and controllable down lane because of that NRG hybrid cover. It's like a stronger high road Pearl. It's got a very round shape, it's controllable, and a ball that could be useful in several different situations. You can close down angles with it, but you can get length and control from deeper. It has enough traction to blend wet-dry, but also just enough shape to not be too smooth, on top of smooth and flat. It's definitely very multi-purpose. I think there are other balls that are better at what they do well, but the Allroad is kind of a when all else fails type of look, like a garbage time, keep your head above water and finish stronger that last game than everyone else idea. I can't point to any one specific clear-cut attribute. It's kind of like the High Road Nano was and how I described that. Nothing stands out about it. It's medium everything, but that also means it's going to be in play on a lot of things. It may not outshine other balls, but sometimes those can be your favorite ones. Old reliable stuff you can always count on to show up when nothing else is getting it done. My personal choice of the three here is a tough and close one, but I'm going Wild Streak. I like to move around and play with shapes, and it gives me the most freedom to do that. The Idle Pearl I selected out of the 3-ball category is Emerald-ish, but with more shape, and the Allroad is too big of a step down or leaves too big of a gap for me from what I've already selected, so Wild Streak gets the nod. The 5-ball slot will feature some heavy hitters, and if you've been a fan of the channel for any length of time, you definitely won't want to miss it. Thanks for watching.